All right, ladies and gentlemen, a bumpy ride is on the way. We are in a wave after wave after wave April Eris pattern that is going to be deadly and damaging with severe weather effects, including flooding and power outages during a social distancing plague that has yet to flatten. New York City, watch out. We got a thunderstorm warning for Kings, Nassau, New York, Queens, and Richmond County. And later today, between 3 and 10 p.m., we will have some major wild weather rolling through Texas and then into Louisiana. So it is best to keep your boots on, stay weather aware, and who knows, later I might try and get some live tape of some lightning. See how it goes. But yeah, man, we got a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for over 36 million people, including New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. And so I'm over here giving y'all a heads up and a warning as political cheerleader Mike Cernovich has a super garbage take. His words, how hard is it to say? Coronavirus is deadly in filthily, densely packed urban areas. But for the rest of the country, it's a new normal thing you have to watch out for. So let's get non-New York City areas back to work. Why is this not happening? So yeah, I guess this political pundit with a garbage take is telling the sailors on the USS Theodore to get back on the ship, even though like half the ship had coronavirus. And in this update, the U.S. sailor with coronavirus found unresponsive this morning was given CPR and is in critical condition. He's a new crew member from the Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier. This is the first non-mild case of coronavirus among the ship's crew that's been announced. It is my recommendation that everyone play maximum defense throughout all of April. And you don't have to take my advice, man. But damn, political cheerleaders seem to be of less and less value to society every day. I say that as your planetary defense commander. Yeah, we have our numbers continue to go up, whether it be daily deaths or the number infected. So, play defense during this plague, for sure. This thing's caused 90,000 deaths in a very short amount of time, with 15,000 deaths in the United States in 3 weeks, man. And so, stock market lovers are going to do everything they can to A, pump up the markets, and B, just not give a shit about anything else other than pumping up the markets. Play defense, dude. See, this is our Easter storm, and this thing is our Eris storm. The Eris-Earth conjunction that I talk about every 6 months always has a storm that is pretty major with it. And so, this is our Eris storm that happens pretty much on the day of the conjunction, which is also Easter or Resurrection Day. So, it is going to be a very interesting week. And God bless Texas and all former prisoners of war, and all soldiers, and all first responders, and all good, cool people in the world. Thank you to the brave men and women who answered the call to protect our freedom and our people. That's what I do. I protect the people, the planet, and the animals. And sometimes I get saucy. Where I care, I don't really give a fuck what other people are saying, because a lot of other people out there are saying some really dumb shit. But I love you. And the people who are trying to tell everybody else about the big picture, and at that moment, this includes Cuomo, is reminding people that after this wave, we could get another wave. The 1918 influenza pandemic had 3 waves. And as a Star-Lord, I got to remind you that evil exists in this world. And because of corporate-owned life insurance, which became very big in 2012 and 2014, when somebody dies, if a corporation owns a life insurance policy on them, the corporation gets the money, which is usually about a $400,000 payoff. So for each of these bodies or dead people in any state, if all the different corporations had owned a life insurance policy on them, then corporations are probably making a killing right now while political cheerleaders are telling you to get back to work. And that's why I take the briefings from the military, so whether it be the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard, the most seriously, because they're the ones protecting us and protecting each other. So yeah, man, I'm sorry, I'm in a weird mood today. But it's like, I'm sick of people trying to take 2019 attitudes and 2019 thoughts into 2020. It's a totally different game, man. And, you know, we got a lot of problems in a lot of areas we got to deal with. And just coming up with dumbass ideas, trying to make the most money possible, won't work anymore. But I've been saying that for 3 years, that like, we are now in a situation where you can't just buy your way out of trouble, and you can't just strong arm your way out of trouble. We got to work together. And just getting on top of a soapbox and saying, everybody get back to work. That's not going to work, man. That's why I suggest playing defense all April, trying to watch every single situation, stop using confirmation bias, and then recognize the scope and size of the problems and challenges we face. These are big issues, and we're going to need some big ideas. I think we should let the best plan win. But you know what? I'm just one man, and I'm glad God is in control. Yeah, we got some major storms that are happening. It's going to be ripping in New York, and it's going to be ripping in Texas, and it's going to be ripping all through the week, man. For like 7 years at Thor News, I've been talking about the sun, the moon, the planets, including Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Uranus, Neptune, and Eris. And so, like, it's not, I mean, everybody's talking about politics all the time. And not only is the world a big place, complicated, but the solar system is a big, giant place. And it's like, ever since they came up with smartphones, people are like, the solar system is a hoax. The other planets don't matter. The sun doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is politics. Next election. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a mood. Sorry. Oh yeah, this was yesterday when I stopped getting views at all, which never happens. Digital, man. Can't trust it. So this super stormy week is really starting to take off now, buddy. Yeah, it's going to be a stormy week, and this is ominous. Potentially capped air mass beneath southern branch for the UJ for very rich, warm sector and unimpeded inflow. Also noted, so we're talking about some possible very long track, very damaging tornadoes on the 12th and the 13th. And those storms are also going to have some super heavy flood components for the southeast, like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, parts of Florida. But what we're looking at now is later today, Texas. And then we're getting the biggest shot of winter in some places in the spring. Strong wind gusts may become more powerful enough to break tree limbs and cause sporadic power outages through Friday across the Northeast. 36 billion people. And you can pretty much book my Eris storm weeks like clockwork for sure. Because like this is yesterday. Yesterday was another very active severe weather day. Hail reports as high as 4 inches along with numerous wind damage and a few tornado reports. Check out this graphic of accumulated lightning strikes over parts of Ohio and Tennessee Valley. Check that out, dude. That is crazy. Crazy lightning. I can relate. But please allow me to take a moment to say I appreciate you, Asteroid Fight Club. I appreciate you, Astonishers. I appreciate you, all the cool people out there in the world that are helping us all keep it together, stay sane, and trying to figure out a good way through all of this, because this is not doom. It is not over. This is the grand transition, yo. And for 7 years, I've been trying to get y'all to think about the big picture stuff, all the big picture stuff, and to stay away from the nihilistic, negative ideas that'll really take you nowhere. It's like the pants gnome. Everybody's got a crazy idea for Act 1, but they can't ever fill in Act 2 or Act 3. And so I'm here to tell you, we're going to get our shit together. We're going to save the day, and we're going to bring about 1,000 years of peace. And so, yep, definitely. You guys have been awesome. And I have to admit, I am super pro responsible drinking during a lockdown pandemic, man. I'm even all for, if you want to just go crazy and think super romantic daydream thoughts, that's fine. And this 2024 total solar eclipse is going right over where I live. Well, where my mom lives. That's kind of the same thing. The ranch is always home in my heart. So that's going to be cool. So I plan to survive, maybe even have a girlfriend or 3 at the time, if that's legal. Like I said, you could daydream. Oh, and technically I'd have the 3 girlfriends so that they could all help me play extra awesome defense. Right? I mean, it's a theory. But yeah, so we got good things to live for. We got good things to work for. And we can have the super awesome, cooler, kinder, badass roaring 20s. We got to ditch all this, like all the negative shit we have from the last decade or two. We got to get rid of all that as soon as possible. Because I am totally allergic to negativity these days. Oh, hell no. I don't want no more negativity. I'll handle danger. It's part of the job. But I don't need no, negative Nancy's or Debbie Danners up my grill all the time. Yeehaw. And yes, we will be on the lookout or sound out or feel out for volcanoes and earthquakes over the next week or two is what we do. And I want you to have an amazing Resurrection Day. That's what I call it. People call it Easter. But with every single holiday, no matter what holiday it is, if I say, hey, happy holiday, whatever the holiday is, somebody's out there like, it's a pagan ritual and you're just supporting Satan by saying happy Resurrection Day or happy Easter. Like, man, nah. All right. But I like Peeps. I don't want to, the little marshmallow bunnies. I like those. I just threw that in there like a segue. And then we got crazy comet action drama on top of it all. And the comet, including its tail, its nucleus, and its coma, is as big as the sun. So that is extra fascinating, magical, and mythological. All right. Did you see the moon last night? It was pretty magical. And it is always crazy, like on some of the nights when it almost seems like the moon just glows in multiple colors, like an Easter egg, for lack of a better term. And it's like, Selena Gomez is like, who will she pick as her boyfriend? I got to wait till tomorrow to find out. Like, man, I have been playing this game for like 2 years. Does this thing ever end? Or, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I wonder if it's going to be me. And so, in conclusion, play defense, and I plan for things to improve in the future a few months from now. But definitely play super defense now. And yes, I definitely hope to one day find a beautiful, awesome, amazing lady. It's good to have goals and things to look forward to in the future. Plus, December 21st, when the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction happens, we should all have a big rock and roll party with the proper social distancing, of course. But I am hoping praying, even though it would be a miracle, that somehow the sun wakes up into solar maximum soon and that just kicks the shit out of the virus and knocks it off the planet completely. Now, the odds of that happening are not great. But like I said, in dark days, it's good to have some goals or things you're trying to manifest into a good future for us all. But things are crazy. And I love you. Okay, stay cool. And you guys are great. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for being so awesome, incredible, and patient with me, putting up for all my mood swings, anytime I'm not funny, or okay. But I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you, and thank you. God bless everyone.